Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Landon Bears Broadcasting Network.
Landon Bears Broadcasting Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Landon Bears Broadcasting Network.
There's a shot from Reed! He scores! He scores! Reed, lock on!
That's with the cutter. Takes him behind the back shot. Antonetti.
Back. Once a man deep. It's Southworth. He catches it! Dean Southworth! Over his defender!
Unbelievable! Open man.
Johnson, big hit! UB Zaid!
Bergon over to Damian, hit shot!
Good move, keeps the puck. And a big hit by Christian Benner.
Let's go Bears!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Landon Bears Broadcasting Network. I'm Sutton Smith. I'm joined alongside by Landon alum, former co-president of this club, Ford Anderson. How are you today, Ford?
I'm doing well, Sutton. Thank you for having me on today. It should be a great day for lacrosse.
Yep, it's the IAC Championship here at Landon. Landon in it 3 straight years. Second straight year here, and we got some stats for this game. Ford, do you want to read some of that out?
Landon is coming into this game 17-1, while Bullis is 15-3. Bullis is coming off an 11-5 semifinal win against Georgetown Prep, and Landon is coming off an 11-7 win over St. Albans. Currently, Landon sits at 14th according to the USA Lacrosse polls, and Bullis is currently considered. And Bullis has 10 Division I commits to Landon's 12, but it should be a great game, as last time these two faced off in April, Landon won 11-8. Impact players to look out for: Jackson Maher is a 5-star. He's committed to UPenn. Quinn Anzalone committed to Navy, and Ryder Hannon, the face-off, the 4-star, committed to Ohio State. And for Landon, look out for Sean Murray, the Bucknell commit. He's the leading scorer. Devin Stewart, the UPenn commit, and then Logan Cassidy is also a UPenn commit. And if Landon wins this game, it would be the first time in 20 years that a team has won the IAC regular season and the postseason. And the last time that was 2001 by the Landon Bears. To see if they can do it again, son.
Well, I think we're set up for a great game. Going to start in about 2.5 minutes. Go ahead, bring up the leading scorers for the Bears. Sean Murray reached 50 against St. Albans. He's had a great year, reached 100 career goals earlier on, and it's been great for him ever since. Ford, you're a freshman now at Syracuse. Why don't you tell some of the viewers about how that's going for you?
Oh, yes. So it's definitely a step up from high school. You have to make do with your time because you only have 4 years, just like you do in high school, but there's so many things that you can get involved with. So you have to really choose what you want to use your time to do. So that's really what all it is.
So what are you doing, broadcasting-wise over at Syracuse?
So as of now, I'm involved with 3 clubs at Newhouse. One of them is called WAER Sports. That is a radio-based sports show. And so once a week for that, I have to wake up bright and early at 4 a.m. to walk a mile down to the radio station to record a cast from sports the night before. And we have to incorporate interview clips from the questions that they use from the press conferences. And it shows to get practice with knowing how much you need to write for a certain amount of time.
Well, it's great to have you here. Great game. You ready? So this will be the last game I'll go ahead and name off the seniors. Starting goalie, Steven Rizzo. Then you got Eli Smink, one of our captains, along with Nico Bascott, Hayden Goosh, Sean Murray, another one of our captains, Caden Southworth, Jesse Bleckner, Aiden Cassidy, Riley Luger, Devin Stewart, Tiller Smith, Charlie Fields, Nils Bergstrom, Jack Licalzi, Logan Cassidy, and Talon Smith, and it'll be their last game. You got to end off with a banger, and what better way to go back-to-back in the IAC Championship, one of the most prestigious, I guess, final championship game in the entire DMV. Talon Smith will be starting in at face-off. Who's Bullis this guy? Talon Smith versus Mateo Helton to start this game off. Landon versus Bullis. And if we dive deeper into this rivalry, last year and the year before, they faced off in the IAC Championship of Hockey. Bullis won the IAC Championship in lacrosse in, I believe, 2022, and then it went prep, and then us, and then I guess this year we'll see. But it's a very prestigious rivalry. I know, Ford, you're a 10-year Bear. You've been here all along for that. What's your best rivalry story?
Oh, best rivalry story. I gotta say, it's got to be the prep game from. Well, I would have to say I would have to go out of conference. The 2015 game against Gonzaga at Georgetown University. That was my favorite Landon lacrosse game ever. That was a crazy game. It was 8-7 back and forth game. Landon ended up getting the W as the underdog. They were the second. They were ranked second. Gonzaga was first. That was a crazy game.
Well, here we go. Talon Smith versus Helton. Started face-off. This is won back by Bullis from Helton. Bullis having to get past midfield. Received some hacks from the Landon attack when he has to regroup. This is dropped. Talon Smith still hustling. And now Bullis gets across. Talon Smith still hustling. Great hustle play from there. It's out of bounds. Landon ball.
What a play by the face-off. Talon Smith never giving up on the play.
Nico Pedraza to start. Gives it to Rizzo. Now Smink. Gives it across to Southworth. Receives a little bit of a check there. Now Landon's offense coming in for the first possession of the game. McConna. They'll start up top with Stewart. Dev Stewart, one of Landon's leading scorers. Very good against Prep a few weeks ago. Neverovsky gonna fire and scores. McConnell Neverovsky to start for the Bears in this IAC Championship game.
What a move by the junior. McConna getting the separation. He got the hands free from Ryder Hannon, who's a very good player himself. But what a move. Quick hit feet, moving his feet to the right and getting those hands free and ripping a bouncer right by the goalie. What a shot, landing up 1-0.
Perfect start for the Bears as Talon Smith coming back on against Mateo Helton. This face-off is won by Luger. Riley Luger gonna go in. Might have a chance here. Gives it down to X to Jonas Hawkins. And now Sean Murray. Letting Landon's offense coming back in. They'll slow it down. Rolled towards Stewart. Here's Southworth on the dodge. Gets past. Goes down. Here's a cutting McConna. Looking for a second. Goes back up to Stewart. Now Stewart fires just wide.
McConna ate a big hit there. Way to stay in there and stay focused and make that pass and give Devin a great opportunity to score there. He just shot it wide.
And now Murray. Going in on his left. Up to Stewart. Hits Cassidy. He'll go here. To his left. Gets doubled. Now Landon cycling. Stewart to his left. Good slide by Bullis. Hawkins down to McConna. And now Neverovsky receives a pick from Hawkins. Waits. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Caden's got to fire. He will. Just wide. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Hawkins to start. Hawkins loses the ball. Bullis ball. They've got to clear. Landon's offense also very good on defending that clear, as this is just sent towards the goal, kind of way far. It stays Bullis ball because that's counted as a shot. Bullis now. Ike Silverman trying to dodge on Southworth here. He hits Anzalone. Trying to make a move on JT Matura. Here's Jackson Tolmack. Tolmack still. Now Jackson Maher, their single 5-star. He's got Cassidy on him. Logan Cassidy defended very well against Noah Hahn earlier against Georgetown Prep. Another 5-star, and here, also great. Now an open man who fires and scores. Bullis able to answer right away.
Great defense there for a second by Cassidy, but he got sucked out too far, and the Bullis took advantage of that. They drew out JT Mathura and were able to hit the tic-tac-toe and tie this game up back at 1 with 7:13 to go in the first quarter.
Talon Smith, again in for the Bears. He's got Schmidt and Luger at the wings. This is won by Bullis. All the way back, got to get past Cassidy. And the clear defense from Landon, as I said earlier, it's very solid, as shows there. Here's Silverman, giving to Petty. And now Jack Mangian, back over to Petty, back to Silverman. They'll attack the short stick, down to X with Anzalone. When Anzalone trying to muscle in on Derwinski. Now they'll dodge on Robert Swift. Back to Mangian. Mangian trying to muscle in. Now Anzalone. Back to Mangian. Fake shot. And now Maher. Big body. Good save by Steven Rizzo.
What a save there by the Rizzo to see that shot through the pick and pick that bouncer out.
I believe I heard, it was either yesterday or today, I heard people talking about his save percentage, and I believe it's in the 50s. So obviously a really good percentage for just a high school goalie. Steven Rizzo not going to play college lacrosse, but been a great goalie here for the Bears. And now Matt Cohen, bringing in Papelia. Luger just waiting. A little bit of aggressive defense there. See if it costs them as Luger hits an open Mac who fires too high. Aiden Cassidy pick up. Receives a pick from Papilia. Now he hits him. Papilia gonna dodge, spins. Good slide, steps in the crease. Bullis ball.
That was a big hit there. Papelia took a huge hit from the Bullis player. And let's see what Bullis does here with the ball after Landon gets called with a crease violation.
Bullis has to get past midfield first. Blake Paris sends that towards the net and stays Bullis ball. Nico, you're a minute ahead. Here's Cooper Cool. Gonna dodge on Pedraza. To his right and fires. Might have gone off the post. Cassidy to recover. Ball still down. Still down and picked up nearly by Bullis. Now he's got it. Luke Meyer. Gives it back to Kuehl. And now down to Anzalone. Quinn Anzalone gets in, tries hitting a cutter. That was Meyer. Good hack there by Smink. Ball still on the ground. Bodies also. And there's Schmidt. James Schmidt coming out with it. Gives that down to Cassidy. Aiden Cassidy just going to wait. Southworth. Stewart will give it to McConna. He's going to walk down. He goes here to the inside. Back over to Southworth. Now Caden gets it down, stays with it, gets doubled. And he just floats that nearly into Bullis' net.
That was a odd angle pass, or that just fell out of his stick.
Yeah, just odd play. Here's Bullis able to get to their attackman. Smink playing aggressive defense up top. Tomac just gives over to Petty. And now down to Anzalone. Back up to Petty. And now Jackson Maher. Goes around, intercepted by Pedraza. And now Rizzo with it. Great awareness from Pedraza there. And landed back on offense. Luger. Riley still hits Cohen. He gets swallowed and stays with it. Great hustle there from Cohen. Now Cohen gives back up to Murray. And now Sean Murray with 20 on the shot clock. He's going to have to go. On his left, 10 on the shot clock. Has to get around. Spins. Falls. Now fires. Just wide. 3 on the shot clock. And Cassie just leaves her Bullis.
Landon's getting great opportunities, just coming up empty-handed thus far. See if they can turn that around. See what Bullis does here, trying to break this Landon press.
This is sent again towards the net, and it was blocked by DeSanto. They're trying a little too hard to get these empty netters to go. That will be a turnover.
Coach Will McGettigan sending the first biddies back out there.
Stewart just waiting. Here's Dev. Neverovsky. 45 in this first quarter. He hits McConna, who's waiting. Tried hitting and cutting Murray. And now Bullis to break out with 35 left in this quarter. And sent all the way down. Should not count as a pass. They count that as a pass, landing ball. 18 seconds. Rizzo's got to go. 15 seconds. To McConna, who gets tripped. 6 now. Dev's got to go. To his left, to his right, fires. Not yet. Now Murray. Unable to get that one to go. That's the end of the first quarter. Scores tied, 1-1 in this IAC championship.
Great defense there by Ryder Hannon, not letting Devin Stewart get his hands free for a shot there. Bullis lives to see another day as it's 1-1 after the first quarter. Second quarter will be back after this.
We're back for the second quarter.
Aiden Gouge set to take his first face-off of the day. DeSanto on the and Cassidy on the wings. Gouge with the win. Gouge running down the alley. He looked. Oh, what a pass! What a goal!
Oh my goodness.
Talon Smith, Hayden Gouge, the Fogo connection.
Landon decides to take both of their face-off guys out, and it pays off for them. Talon Smith looking like he did against Episcopal on a spin-around goal.
Yeah. Bro, that was crazy.
I mean, they're both very good players. I like this, having both of them out there.
Hayden Gouge against Helton for the face-off. Gouge comes up with it again. Gouge gives it to Cassidy. Cassidy just waiting to set something up. First line of the midi is coming back out there with Neverovsky and Caden Southworth and Devin Stewart. Neverovsky back to Stewart. He gives it over to Caden. Caden has a short stick on him, gives it down to X. Back to Murray. Murray with it. He's got Blake Paris on him hard. Kicks it back to Neverovsky. Neverovsky trying to take advantage of that short stick. Spins to his left. Back down to X to Aiden Cassidy. Aiden Cassidy fakes, tries to spin, and Bullis
That's a
sends a
high
good
shot.
slide there. Back down to X to Murray. 19 left on the shot clock. Murray trying to get his hands free. What a check there
Good defense.
by Braden Serwer. And there's a ground ball. And fighting, it's a 50-50 ball. Caden Southward takes a big lick.
Oh, wow.
For the Bears.
What hustle there from McConna as he gets his brace.
Landon taking advantage of some chaos early on. Taking advantage of two chaotic ground balls, and they've gotten goals out of both of them.
McConna saw his opportunity, he took it. Executed that perfectly. Landon now up by 2.
Gouge and Helton back at the face-off circle.
And Landon still staying with this double Fogo out there.
And it wins again. Haiti back down to that, and it's a goal. Jonas Hawkins is first of the game.
They are just
Face-offs
padding on
are
now.
Beating right now.
The choice from McGettigan to put both of their face-off guys out there has worked perfectly. I don't know why they didn't do this all season.
This is a very unorthodox coaching strategy by Will McGettigan. But wow, putting both of your face-offs on the field, they've won 3 in a row. Like face-offs in a row. That all 3 have resulted in goals. You thought the Fogos aren't known for their offense, but Hayden Gouge and Talon Smith are bringing their A game tonight.
Talon Smith getting his 6th goal, and Goosh and Smith, I believe, are both around the 15 points on the season. Flag was down. I guess it's on Landon. Possibly taunting. It's Hawkins that's in the box for a minute.
6 on 5. For a minute, though.
See what Bullis does on this man up. Petty down to Anzalone.
Bullis really needing some offense here.
Tolmac with it. Bullis is ringing around the horn. Mangan with it. Back over to Tolmac. Tolmac back over to Mangan. Back to Anzalone. Back to Mangan. Just playing catch on the outside, trying to find the open shot. Here's Tolmac, and he shoots and scores. Great ball movement there by the Bullis Bulldogs. And Jason Tolmac finds the back of the net.
That's
with
a
a
great
nice
shot.
Shot low left.
Great shot by Tolmac there. Gets it right between the goalie Rizzo's legs. Have a game back now.
Hayden Gouge set to take the face-off again, but Landon will stay man down here because it is a full-time serve penalty.
What did he do? Was it a taunting? Like, it's an unreleased penalty. That's definitely did something bad then.
Gouge winning the face-off again. Man down. Let's see if the Bears can just hold on to this ball and let the man down run out. Here's Aiden Cassidy with it, drawing the double team. Timeout from the Bears. Good timeout there by Will McGettigan. Holding on to possession of the ball. And Landon will talk it over.
Yeah, smart timeout there. You have 14 seconds to kill. I think McGettigan could possibly talking about what to do after this penalty is killed. Trying to keep the momentum going into this second stretch of the second quarter. We'll see.
No, you have to play 5 on 6.
I mean, you started out so hot. It's going to be hard to maintain that that pressure. But if the Landon press has been working, if they can keep pressing the way they are, it's looking like Bullis is having a hard time breaking the press. So if Landon continues this press, we could be in for a long game.
Yeah, they've struggled breaking it out, and honestly, a lot of teams have this year. It's one of the things that Landon is better at. And that's what makes these this core of attackmen so good.
Luger with the ball to start off the whistle. Luger with it. He's just going to hold on to this clock until the men down ends for the Bears. And we are even as Jonas Hawkins runs back on the field. 47 seconds left on the shot clock. Luger behind the net. Kicks it back to Makana, over to Aiden Cassidy. Cassidy with it. Back to Makana. Makana kicks it to Caden Southworth. Caden has a short stick on him. Oh, tries to find Hawkins, and good stick there by the Bullis defender to knock that ball loose.
That's some great defense by
Ryder
Bullis.
hand in here on transition. Let's see what Bullis does. He shoots a bouncer off the post. And what a rebound there. Makana Neverovsky after it, but Caleb Kaplan finds that. But Jacob Derwinski picks up that missed pass, and Landon back with it. It's Jonas Hawkins again.
Lots of chaos. Landon comes out with that.
Sean Murray, she just wants just to settle this down. We've had a lot of chaos this game, and just see if Landon can slow it down, set up an offense here, and find another goal and make it a 3-goal game here. Luger, back to Stewart on the top of the key. Over to Southworth. Southworth guarded by the short stick, Hayden Wade. Gives it back to Luger. Luger also has a short stick on him. That's number 12, Chase Drake. Makana with it. Oh, Murray jump shot. It does not go. Rebound to Ryder Hannon. And Ryder is trying to go in transition here. He still has the ball pressured by Luger. He's fighting off slashes, and there's a whistle, and it's a timeout here from Bullis.
7:20 on the left in this half. Down by 2. What do you think the Bullis coach is telling them?
If I were the Bullis coach, I would just say settle it down. We got to keep your eyes up. This Landon press is killing us because people, they're not looking before they pass is what it seems like. And they have to figure out a way to to clear the ball without shooting it down the whole length of the field, because it hasn't been working for them because Landon's been reading it. So they've got to make an adjustment here. See if they can apply some pressure to this Landon offense, cause some turnovers, and see if they can get some action and transition here.
Who do you think needs to step up for these Bulldogs to bring them back in this game?
I'd got to say Ryder Hannon. I mean, he almost scored in that transition. He just caused another turnover and gave Bullis a free possession there. And he looks like he's heating up, but if he continues to heat up, it will be a hard time for any Landon offender to get anything going against him. And if he gets going, look out.
We have not really seen much from Jackson Maher. He's a known playmaker, but I think Logan Cassidy is doing a great job guarding him today.
Anzalone here, he's matched up with Michael Derwinski, the Gettysburg commit. Anzalone goes around the pick. Anzalone finds number 9, that's Jackson Tomac, and it's a save by Steven Rizzo. The bounce shot did not go. He fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, said Steven Rizzo. So Rizzo back to Eli. Landon clears it. Now it's Kana. Over to Aiden Cassidy. Back to Luger. Luger looking for a signal from his coach. Gives it to Papelia. Back to Luger. See what the second middies have to do here. Papelia with it. Over to Cohen. Cohen with it. He switches to the double. Cassidy back to Papelia. Papelia down to down to Murray. Murray eats a slash. Finds Luger at the top. The bouncer shot. What a save there by the Bullis goalie.
Initially, it looked like he misjudged that bounce, but extending, able to make that save.
What a save there by Zamoyski. Cassidy and Landon providing pressure with this ride. Matt Cohen providing on-ball pressure, and it's a 20-second violation. Wow. Now there's a flag on the field.
Landon is so good at pressing and covering this clear. Forcing that 20-second violation.
Not what you want to see out of a timeout there from the Bullis Bulldogs. Stewart, we'll start with the ball. "30-second penalty for Bullis. Papelia with it. Over to Cassidy. Aiden Cassidy over to Murray. Landon now working their man up. Caden with a rare missed pass, but he picks the ball back up. He kicks it over Stewart. Down to Papelia. Now Cassidy with it. Back down to X. That's Sean Murray. Sean Murray surveying. Back to Cassidy. Cassidy sends it to Papelia. Over to Stewart. Stewart with it. Back to Papelia. He finds Cassidy behind the net. That's Sean Murray. Back to Cassidy. Landon just trying to find a shot here as the man up is now over. So we are we are even. Devin Stewart with the ball. Oh, Papelia with the slip. And that is a bad turnover there for the Bears. The Bears come up empty-handed on the man up, their first man up of the game. What a pass there. As that was number 2 Grant Stevenson over to Hayden Wade. Now it's Ike Silverman with the ball.
That was a bad turnover by the Bears. Coach McGettigan was livid about that.
Ike Silverman with it. He's got Devin Stewart on him, the short stick. Ike Silverman spins back to his right. He finds Jack Mangan. Over to Anzalone. Anzalone, he gets a switch. That's Jacob Derwinski on him. Trying to get his hands free, but Derwinski on him.
Great defense by JD.
Back to Ike Silverman. Ike Silverman spins off of Devin Stewart. Tries and finds Jackson Tolmack, but Landon plays well, adjusts well to that pass. Now, Hanbury with it. He's got Caden Southworth all over him.
Southworth not letting anything else.
13 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, what a loose ball. That was a shot by Ike Silverman.
Great save.
That almost snuck by Steven Rizzo, but he made an unbelievable save there. Now Landon in transition. Eli finds Devin Stewart. Now Devin Stewart with it. He sends it over to Hawkins. Hawkins back to Riley Luger. The second midfield coming back out for the Bears. Papelia sends it over to Mack. Mack trying to go downhill on the short stick. The Bullis sends a slide. Mack shoots it and scores!
Nice.
Matt Cohen going downhill. You cannot stop him. And
It's a great shot there from Matt Cohen. It's exactly what you want. Keep this momentum. They're back up by 3.
Matt Cohen gets downhill there, takes advantage of the late slide. I believe that was number 17 for Bullis. Was late to adjust, could not get over to block the shot, and Matt Cohen finds the back of the net. 5-2 Bears. Gouge wins the faceoff. He pinballs off the defender. Now it's Ryder Hannon with it. Ryder eats a check. Good stick there by Aiden Cassidy to win the ball back for the Bears.
Cannot beat this Landon ride.
Cassidy back to Murray. Murray kicks it to Riley Luger. Luger with it. He's got Stevenson on him, the short stick. Papelia kicks it to Mac. Mac again. Mac with it. Papelia back to Riley Luger. Riley Luger with it. Gets a pick from Papelia. Riley running to the right. He finds Aiden Cassidy at the X. Eats a stick there from Caleb Kaplan. Hawkins with it. Oh, no, that's Sean Murray, excuse me. Papelia with it. Back to Riley Luger. Riley Luger gets a pick from Papelia. He's got Brake Paris all over him. Riley back to Joey. Papelia with it. Sends it down to Jonas Hawkins. Now to Sean Murray. 20 seconds left on the shot clock for the Bears. Sean Murray takes it back to the right. He finds Riley and he shoots it. Scores!
Riley Luger. Perfect shot there. Fires in the back of the net with some heat.
Great ball movement there by the Bears. Second attack, second mid unit. Sean Murray, you can really see, takes control on this Landon offense. He got the secondary assist on that. What a play there by the Bears. Gouge and Helton at the faceoff.
We've got a minute and a half to go in this half. And honestly, so far, Bullis only scored in 2 goals. Landon's defense is showing out today. I mean, Rizzo, he's had some of the best weeks of lacrosse that I think I've ever seen him play. And it's perfect time for that.
Gouge with another faceoff win. The Bears will take another timeout. 1:16 left in the second quarter. Sodden, what do you think about this Landon offense, and how do you think the press incorporates how their press adds to their offense?
Well, I think Bullis, obviously, they're focused on getting goals, but they're too focused on getting goals that they can't even get it outside of their own zone. I think Landon's defense on the clear just been spectacular today, and I think that's what they practice that a lot. And it's great coaching, it's great execution. That's exactly what you want from a lacrosse team.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. Steven Rizzo also having a great game. He's made some nice saves. He gave up that one bouncer, but since then he's been locked in on those bouncers.
Have you not realized that? Wait, that's looking kind of cool. Mr. Parker.
He don't know you, bro.
Bro, he knows me.
He
Mr.
don't know
Dust
you.
knows me.
And yeah, going back to Rizzo's save percentage, he saves more shots than he lets in. So even if the defense isn't having a great game, you can always trust Rizzo to be a brick wall and save those shots.
Makana Neverovsky with it. He's got a shorty on him. That's Chase Drake.
It's Nev.
Makana over to Aiden Cassidy. Aiden Cassidy sends it to Caden. Caden Southward down to a cutting Cassidy. He shoots wide to the right. Landon backs it up. That's Jonas Hawkins on the backup. Jonas Hawkins with it. Gets a pick from Neverovsky. Finds Neverovsky off the pick. Neverovsky. Whoa, what a move there. Oh, makes the defender fall.
Ankle breaker.
And then he passes it wide. A little miscommunication there between Makana Navarowski and Caden Southworth. You rarely see that between those two. Now Bullis with it. That's Hayden Wade. Hayden Wade over to Thomas Petty. Petty with it. And Bullis will take a timeout here. Talk things over with 38.6 seconds left in the second quarter. Bullis really needs a goal here to go into halftime with some momentum.
And I think Landon currently has all of that momentum. Bullis really does need a goal.
If you're the Bullis coach, what kind of player are you going to draw up here?
Well, I mean, we haven't seen like a lot from their 5-star, and obviously he's one of those guys that you can trust to make any play. And then you got Quinn Anzalone too, he's a very solid shooter, so they might want to try and get down to Maher, see if there's anything open there, maybe cycle it more, and eventually they'll probably have something open, maybe find a hole in Landon's defense.
Coming out of this timeout, the Bears and the Bullis Bulldogs 6-2 the score. 38 seconds left in the second quarter of the 2025 IAC Championship. The Bears seeking their second championship in 2 years, and it would be the first time any team has won both the regular season and the postseason in over 20 years. Back in 2001, the Landon Bears did it last. Petty with it. Petty spins off the defender. He's got the short on him with 20 seconds left. Bullis has got to go here.
Here's Maher.
Maher with it. He finds Hayden Grapes. Hayden Grapes with it. Oh, and that's a shot from Vasa, and he scores. Andrew Vasa. Excuse me, that was Anzalone, the 4-star. What a shot there, as Bullis needed a goal there. 5 seconds left. Let's see what more chaos this game has in store for us. Hayden Gouge and Mateo Helton here to take the face-off, likely the last face-off of the first half.
And I think that's exactly what the Bullis coach drew up. You want Anzalone taking a shot like that. He's got a large frame. He can muscle through, I guess, a lot of things.
Hayden will win the face-off, but it's a turnover, and the half will end 6-3. Your score after 2 quarters. We will be back after this.
Halftime intermission report coming up soon. Real quick before this interview, I'll go ahead and point out that Landon has had a relatively successful week. I mean, we've had the IAC Championship in tennis where we actually upset St. Albans. I believe it was their first loss in, 8 years? Something like that. Our JV lacrosse was very successful. Our varsity baseball is in the IAC Championship. Unfortunately, they're down 1 game. They play tomorrow and then possibly on Monday. And yeah, our spring sports are way back in it. We are looking for a best interview right now. All right. This is the halftime intermission report. We'll go ahead. It is 6-3, landing up by 3. Thomas, you are you've been here all along. How are you? How are you feeling about this game? How are you feeling about this game?
Oh, I wasn't listening. Pretty good. I mean, it's 6-2.
6-3.
Thank you. I mean, it's 6-3. Bullis has got nothing going except for that late goal. A man-up goal, one early, but they haven't been able to break Landon's ride at all. Landon's kind of controlled the pace of the game and has capitalized off of chaos. Huh? Oh.
Yo, Nico, did you eat your sandwich?
Looking into this third quarter, best thing Bullis can do. What do you think?
I think Bullis has got to find a way to break this press, this ride from Landon. They have not found an answer for it yet. But when Landon has set up their offense, Bullis has had a hard time of getting the ball out. So I'd also have to say Bullis has got to limit Landon's chances in the offensive zone. Has got to find a way to limit the amount of ground balls that the Bears can win, because that has resulted in free possessions and free goals for the Bears. And that is why there's a 4-goal difference in this game, or 3-goal difference in this game. Excuse me. Yeah, I got it. Bullis has got it. They've got to find a way to win ground balls, because Landon's been winning the ground balls, and that's been the difference.
So I asked you earlier who you think was going to step up for Bullis, and who do you think is going to, I'll counter that, who's going to be the guy that stops Bullis from being able to step up for Landon?
Well, I've got to say, some of these attackmen have got to step it up for Bullis. I got to turn to either one of the two of your college commits. I would say Jackson Maher and Quinn Inzalone got to play better. But both of them they're capable of playing well. They're both very capable players. They're both D1 commits. They've just got to step it up, because Bullis relies on them for their offense.
And Maher right now, the commit to UPenn, also being guarded by another commit to UPenn, Logan Cassidy. He's locked him down so far. And, I mean, they're going to be teammates in about a year. How do you think like those emotions are going to play into the rest of this game?
Well, I think it's going to be who wants it more. A game like this, it's going to be like these teams are so closely matched in skill. It's going to come down to who wants the ball more, who wants. And so far it's been Landon, though, and you see a little unorthodox coaching with Will McGettigan using 2 faceoffs at the start of the game, but they must have been hungry in practice, and it showed.
We go ahead and switch the battery real quick before half.
Aiden Gooch wins it against Mateo Helton. Aiden has Mateo's number right now. Sean Murray with the ball. Gives it to Caden Southwood at the top of the key. Aiden got Ryder Hannon on him. He still has it. Passes it back to McConnell. McConnell over to Devin Stewart. Devin Stewart, he's got Ryder Hannon on him.
He's got some space, finds McConnell. McConnell down to X, that's Sean Murray. Sean Murray with it, spins to his right, back to his left. Back to Cassidy.
Here's Cassidy, just wide. It'll be Bullis ball coming back out. Zamoyski able to get to Silverman. And now they're waiting back. Back to Silverman. They've got to get across. Flag is down. Assuming to be on Landon. Good hack there from Cassidy. And now the flag comes into play. Ref's talking it over. Robert Swift is in the box. Hawkins will sit again.
Bullis on another man up and see if they can take advantage here.
Earlier on, they kind of chose to just pass the ball around looking for something open instead of trying to take the openness themselves. Big shot here. Now a shot. That just goes wide. Didn't exactly get everything you wanted on it.
That's not the shot you want to take, a fadeaway shot while you're man up from that far out. They're lucky they got that backed up.
Cassidy playing aggressive, gets back up to Mangan. Here's a shot from Mangan, just wide. Now Maher. No one on him yet. Cassidy picking him up. And now up top to Mangan, guarded by Smink. And now Petty. Thomas Petty on Swifty. Takes a shot. That just kind of trickled towards the net. I believe it was blocked, and now a high shot push. Good call there by Charlie Fields.
And a push on Anzalone. Charlie Fields will have the ball.
Leaving it over to Smink. He's just going to give to DeSanto, who spins and trips and able to get it to Cassidy. Here goes Landon. Cassidy taking him himself. He's going to trickle back. Now Murray getting to Southworth. Bascott coming back out. Stewart coming back on. Over to Neverovsky. Now McConna. Makes him slip again. It's like the defenders are skating on ice. Here's Hawkins to McConna. Fake shot. Back over to Hawkins. Hawkins waiting, hitting it, cutting. Murray, who fires and scores. Sean Murray gets that in the back of the net off of the bouncer, and now landed up by 4.
And all that goal, that goal is all on the shoulders of Carter DeSanto. He started that play off with an amazing pass while he's falling to the ground. How did he, the wherewithal to get it, the strength on that pass? Wow, what a pass by Carter DeSanto. And Jonas Hawkins looks so comfortable at the X for the Bears. The sophomore making an early impact.
And that hustle really just defines Landon's season. Been great all year, and right now looking like they're going to be able to capitalize with an IAC championship, but we'll see how the game goes. Here's Talon Smith. Landon still opting to play both of their Fogos. Now Goosh coming off along with Schmidt. Here's Luger. Now Cohen. Going back up to Papilia. They'll start up top with Luger. Pick from Papilia. On his left. Going down to Murray. Now back up top to Cohen. And now Papilia. Waiting down to X with Murray. Murray gets around his defender. Good check there.
Beautiful.
Caleb Kaplan.
That was a beautiful check there.
And now this time they're able to get over, I guess, not so relatively easy, but they got it here with Maher, closely guarded by Cassidy. Not letting anything go there. Here's Bullis Meyer, who fires, and a great goal there by Luke Meyer. Puts them back within 3.
Great speed there by Luke Meyer, getting downhill, and there was no stopping that shot. Wow, that was a beautiful move there by Bullis.
Beat the stick side of Steven Rizzo, and they're back within 3.
Talon Smith in to take the face off here.
This time Landon opts to just have long stick midi and Riley Luger. No hidden goosh. This face-off is won by Smith. Great face-off win there, still with it. Talon might go himself. Really looks like he did against Episcopal, wanted to recreate that. That would have been amazing.
He almost had it, but he shot it just wide. What an effort there by the Leopard commit, the Lafayette Leopards.
He had power on that too. If it was on target, it might have gone. Here's Avi Ruiz. Actually, no, fake.
Hidden ball trick here.
Rizzo does not look tricked. Here's a shot. Over the crossbar. Quinn Anzalone picking it up. Guarded by Derwinski. And now here's Maher. He's got some speed. Closely guarded by Cassidy. Great defense there by Logan.
Great defense by Logan, guarding his soon-to-be teammate at UPenn. Has not given him any sort of space to get his hands free and get a solid shot on net. As you saw there, his hands were on the stick while he shot it. That's why it went high.
Here's Cooper Kuehl. Gets inside. A great save there by Rizzo. Barely got a piece of it. And Cassidy coming out. He hits Smink all the way across to Swift.
What a save there by Rizzo on point-blank range. I thought there was no way he could have saved that. Shades of Zach Abramson from last year in the IAC Championship.
6:03 to go in this third quarter. Here's Cassidy.
McConnell.
Could hit a cutting McConnell. Didn't see him. Now Stewart. Kind of just now bounce pass towards Hawkins. Hawkins is shifty. He's going to try and go himself. A good last-minute check there. And now Hawkins again. Jonas Hawkins gets his brace and landed back up by 4.
The second goal of the game there for Jonas Hawkins. Again, what is this? The identity of this Landon Bears team? It's hustle. They're going to outrun you. Again, the first try, he couldn't get it to go, but the wherewithal to stay with it, stay with the play, never give up. And he finds the back of the net again. It's 8-4 now for the Bears.
Any hope that Bullis has by getting these goals to bring it back within 3, Landon answers. It's been a 4-goal game since about halfway through the second quarter. Here's Hawkins again. Faked going inside. Gets back out to Cassidy. Now Nevrovsky. Walking down, good move there. Spins back. Hits Stewart. And now Southworth. Hawkins. Hits an open Cassidy. Oh, what a save.
Oh
Jake
my
Samoyski.
goodness. Jake Samoyski just robbed Aiden Cassidy. We just seen 2 incredible saves in the past 60 seconds.
Here's Cassidy. Slowing it down with Murray. Here's Southworth.
Coach McGettigan sending back out the first midfield group.
Tried hitting a cutting McConna. Now ball down. McConna's hurt. Might have gotten hit below the belt.
McConna just took his eyes off the ball there. But hey, he'll be back. He's hustling off the field, showing no quit. You wouldn't expect anything less of a midshipman commit.
And now here's Anzalone, getting picked up by Derwinski. On his left, scores. Bullis with Quinn Anzalone, now back within 3.
And Anzalone, what a good shot there. He did not need that much space. Jacob Derwinski was playing pretty tight defense there on him, but he just had just enough space to get his hands free and get that bouncer to go by Rizzo.
Hayden Gooch coming back in. Talon Smith to the near side wing. Gooch didn't get the clamp. Now Hacken. Bullis comes out with that, looking for momentum, gets that to his defender. Swim dodge there, good move. Now Maher giving that to Cooper Kuehl. Kuehl could try and go here on Swifty, the short stick. Down to his knees. Good defense there by Swifty. Kuehl's able to get inside and called a save initially. Refs are talking.
And they call it a goal.
This game is back within 2.
What a move there by Chase Drake. Playing through some tough defense of Robert Swift, but is able to spin off the defender and sneak one right by Steven Rizzo, who almost had an amazing save.
Hayden Gooch going back in. Same group back out there with Smith and DeSanto.
Bullis now within 2 with 2:39 left in the third quarter. This game is getting interesting.
Maher didn't initially catch that, but now Bullis is fine. Momentum back on their side. Here's Silverman just walking down. Gonna give that to Mangian.
Coach Cassidy is hoping for a stop here as Bullis has all the momentum.
Here's Petty.
And this crowd is silent.
Now Maher waits, now fires. Low to high, not able to get it to go. Quinn Anzalone to pick it up. Dodging on Derwinski, spins back. Hack from Pedraza. Good adjustment. Slings that across. A shot from Petty off the crossbar. And now picked up by Derwinski. Here goes JD. Giving it down to Murray. And they'll slow it down.
Great play there by the Gettysburg commit, Jacob Derwinski, for getting that crucial ground ball and getting out of harm's way for the Bears.
90 seconds to go in this third quarter. Laying on offense. Gives it to Papelia, over to Matt Cohen.
Back over to Hawkins. Hawkins with it.
Jonas gets doubled. Hits an open Luger. Now down to Cassidy. Cassidy trying to make a move, spins back. Now fires off the post. Luger to pick it up, trying to. Gets pushed from behind. That's a great sell there by Luger. turn his back to him, and you're going to get that call any day.
Smart play there by the Delaware commit. Riley's had a great game. Already has a goal, and with a crucial ground ball there, Landon looking to go to the third quarter, go to the fourth with a 3-goal lead.
Here's Luger, down to Cassidy. He's got to go just under 20 seconds. Now Cohen. Up to Luger. Luger's going to fire. Oh, he hits the goalie in his mask. 8 seconds. Hawkins gets taken. Now Cohen. 4 seconds. Open Cassidy. Fires. Just wide. We'll end the third quarter that way. Coach McGettigan is feeling a wave of emotions. So close to getting back up. But he's clapping. He knows it comes down to the last 12 minutes. Landon with a 2-goal lead. We'll see what happens.
If you're Landon, I'd gotta keep leaning on this double Fogo set. It's been working all game, and you can't go away from it now. I mean, it's only a 2-goal game now. You need all the face-offs you can possibly get, and Hayden Gouge and Talon Smith have been working together like a well-oiled machine.
And I don't know if he's actually hurt, but I saw Matt Cohen. He was limping off a little bit. Might be talking to the trainer.
Who's number 7?
What's the face-off guy in it?
And Coach Will Powell, the face-offs coach, has got to be so proud with the effort from Hayden Gouge and Talon Smith. You can see why both of them are committed for Division I lacrosse, as they have wreaked havoc in the face-off circle. Hayden Gouge, the Michigan commit, set to take this face-off here. He looks like he's ready to go.
Coming down to the last quarter. This game is not over. And no, it's far from over. Looks like Goose to take against Cooper Rivas.
Cooper Revis' first face-off of the game.
This face-off is won back by Goosh. Good win there. Exactly what you want. He slips and flips that to Murray. Sean comes out with it. Smart play there by Murray. And miscommunication, not what you want.
And that's the second time Landon's done that in the offensive zone. You don't see that too often. But a crucial time to make a mistake like that, as all the momentum seems to be going back in Bullis' way.
Nerves are high. And here goes Bullis. Muscling in, gets hacked it from behind by Southworth. Great defense, and again, another turnover.
And another uncharacteristic turnover for the Bears. And Bullis has life.
Avi Ruiz rolling that towards Cooper Kuehl. Giving that back to Maher. Here goes Jackson. Over the top. I think Smink nearly got that. He might have. Here's Anzalone. Good defense by Derwinski. Back over to Maher. Good defense there. Now Maher, guarded by Smink. Going in. Nearly slips. Good slide. Here's a shot. Down low. Good save by Steven Rizzo.
what a save. Rizzo's been all over those bouncers, and a great concentration to see that through the late slide there. I thought Cassidy got there a little late, but Rizzo makes up for it with a beautiful save on that bouncer.
And Tomac has tried beating him there multiple times this game. I believe he got him first time, and Rizzo's got him from that point on. Here's Luger, giving it back to Stewart. Here goes Dev, to his right. Waits. Now Cassidy. Now Dev fires, just wide. It stays with Cassidy. Bullis players down.
That's Caleb Kaplan, but he looks like he'll continue playing.
Cassidy now. Goes in, gets doubled, spins back, tries, no looking that towards Murray, and Murray gets tripped. It's Bullis now, with Grant Stevenson all the way over to Chase Drake. Riley Luger in the pursuit. And here's Anzalone. Good defense by Derwinski. Here's Petty up top. Giving that to Tomac. Jackson Tomac. Trying to attack the short stick Pedraza. Pedraza being waved off, has to find someone else. And here's Maher, trying to reach in. Gets Tomac. Back over to Maher. And now on the Swifty. Close guarded by Derwinski. Here's Anzalone. Open Tomac. Scores. Landon didn't find Jackson Tomac, and he makes him pay for it.
And a rare mistake there by the Landon defense. Not staying with your man off ball, and Bullis takes advantage of it as Tomac just cut to the front of the net, and no one was there to guard him.
And just like that, 3 straight goals puts this to a 1-goal game with under 8 minutes to go in this IAC championship. Hayden Gouge take this face off. This is won by Bullis. They've got the momentum. Landon's got to try and swallow this. Here's Hayden. A little bit of a high pass prevents Silverman from going in. Anzalone has it right now. Up to Kuehl. Now Cooper Kuehl trying to go in, misses the net.
That will stay Bullis ball.
With Maher. He goes on Cassidy. Waits. Now on the turnaround shot, also wide.
He has been trying that jump shot, but it has not been working all game.
He's still scoreless throughout this entire game. We'll see if he's the one that steps up for Bullis. Here's Anzalone. On Derwinski. Good defense. Gets through. Anzalone. Shot goes wide. 18 on the shot clock.
Good defense there by Derwinski, keeping his hands, keeping Anzalone's hands tied and not letting him get a clean shot off.
Now here's Kuehl. Fires. Again wide.
Oh, shit. I missed that.
Six minutes and 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Landon up 8-7 against Bullis.
Here goes Maher, fires off the crossbar. It's Landon ball. Jacob Derwinski showing off his speed.
That was some beautiful hustle there by Jacob Derwinski, showing why he's going to Gettysburg. That guy's a warrior.
And this is just towards the net. Cassidy unable to pick it up. And then he gets hit. Ball still down.
Whistle here.
Ref's talking it over. Might have seen a push or something. I believe it's Landon ball. It's so close. It was a 2-on-0. Goalie was just getting back into his net. Cassidy unable to pick it up. That really would have kind of iced it. Not the entire game, but iced that moment. And Bullis would have had to climb back down from 2 again. Here's Southworth. Over to Stewart. Gonna dodge on Hainan. Good slide there by Bullis. Here's Murray. Murray. Waits. Now to his left. Over to Cassidy. Aiden Cassidy loses it. Still loses it. And penalty called on a hold. Stays with Aiden Cassidy. Shot clock resets to 60. Now Caden gonna dodge all the way up top. To his left, down to Murray. Murray trying to spin. Gets through. Over to Southworth. Spins. Back on the ground. Southworth still with it. Hits Cassidy. Now Aiden. Back up to McConna. McConna fakes once. Fakes again. Now to Stewart. 30 on the shot clock. Dev's got to go. To his left. Fires. Over the crossbar. Landon ball. With
Great
Murray.
hustle there from Sean Murray.
26 on the shot clock.
Some colorful chants there from the Bullis sideline as the ref we have a stoppage of play here. I don't know what that was.
Murray to start. Just under 5 minutes to go. Sean Murray goes in, waits, hits Cassidy, fakes that. Now to McConna, who misses the net. It was wide open. Picked up by Hawkins, 4 on the shot clock. Hits McConna. He's got to go. He does! The backhand shot from McConna Neverovsky. Buries it.
What a goal from the junior McConna Neverovsky. Makes up for the miss with a highlight reel goal there. Going full Pat Spencer with the crease dive. Unbelievable. The Navy commit does it again. Showing his quickness. 4 seconds left, all he needed on the shot clock to get around the net and get that, to dive through the crease and get that shot off.
I believe he barely beat the clock there. And it's exactly what we want because now Lennon has momentum with Hayden
There's a
Hughes winning
slash
this
there by
faceoff.
Cooper Revick.
Now down to Hawkins. Landon takes a timeout with 4.5 to go. Up by 2.
And what a job there by Hayden Gooch. If you're face-off coach Will Powell, you've got to be so proud of this effort. Hayden Gooch and Cooper Revis on Bullis are actually family friends, but Hayden has had Cooper's number thus far, and he's got to feel good about that one.
Bro, that goal was crazy. Popped it in there. He got robbed. Oh yeah, he did get robbed. That's nasty.
McConna earlier on in the season had a similar crease dive against St. Albans. I believe that's actually on the Landon Varsity Lacrosse Instagram, one of those highlights. He's really good at those. You can kind of tell.
And he's so little, but he's so quick that it's hard for a defender to stay on him, and it shows why he's going to Navy. What a job though by the Bears, by Will McGettigan. He's cooked up a very nice game plan for the Bears today. And a little uncanny. I never really see two faceoffs on the field at the same time, but it worked wonders for the Bears in the first half. And now they're riding the hot hand in Hayden Gooch, and that's been paying off as Hayden's won the last 4 faceoffs in a row.
And McConna might be small, but he's very experienced in these championship games. Made varsity as a freshman. They played against Prep in that IAC championship. Obviously played last year and again this year in his junior year, along with his other freshman varsity guys, the Matt Cohen, JT Matura, and Carter DeSanto. All of them 3 for 3 in championships so far.
No, they lost.
As in, like, making it is what I meant. Here's Luger behind.
Luger really content with just running out the clock here.
Luger waits, hits up top to Cassidy. A little bit of a late hack there on Murray.
I like this from Sean Murray. He's smart. If you're not going to get a goal here, you just need to take all the time off the clock. But that's a bad turnover as Ryder Hannon makes a nice play. And he can go in transition. Oh, that's a slash there. And
Flag
that will draw
in.
the flag. That will be an unreleasable as this game, that is big.
Wow, and from having all the momentum with Murray and then turning that over, and then with Hayden drawing a foul, you got 3 minutes left. This could go any way. Here's Anzalone. Gets through. That just goes wide.
He did. I don't know what happened there. It looked like he had his hands free, but he did not have. He could not get a lot on that shot.
Jonas Hawkins in the box for his 3rd time this game.
And that will be a full-time serve penalty for the slash to the head. There's an issue with the clock.
McGettigan was on that immediately.
You love the head coach that pays attention to the little details.
In McGettigan, he served under Coach Rob Borley, the legendary Landon coach who has the record for most career wins by a landslide in Maryland high school lacrosse history. I mean, he was our coach from, I believe, mid-'70s all the way to 2018 or so.
That was a poor shot there by Anzalone. 45 seconds left on the man up. You need to move the ball more.
That's been a shot all game.
I'm not sure what that was from Smink. I mean, he might have tried making that a shot, but the refs decide no. And now, with 2.5 to go, Bullis still on their man up. All the way down to Tomac. And now Mangin. Here's Anzalone. Petty. Fakes. Good defense from Cassidy. Over to Mangin. Hits an open man who misses the net. I don't know what that shot was, but Rizzo with it.
Great hustle there by the goalie. Steven Rizzo putting his body on the line and laying out for the possession there.
I don't.
What a move there by Logan Cassidy, but he loses it.
I'm not sure if the clock is wrong, but it says that Hawkins is in a penalty for 10 minutes. And this again stays with Rizzo. 1:45 to go.
Great hustle from the senior goalie, Steven Rizzo.
Why is there 10 minutes on his penalty?
I don't know.
Here's Swifty. Good stick there by Bullis, and now Southworth with it. Could waste about a minute.
And Southworth just content to hold this ball with 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Bullis is gonna have to send a double here and try to get this ball.
Best thing Landon can do here is cycle the ball around, because if they're sending doubles,
Oh my God, look at the sun.
net is wide open. Cassidy floats that back over to McConna. How it's going so far, that goal from McConna, maybe the icer. Landon just needs to keep with it. Cassidy didn't know where it was. Now he hits Stewart, 20 the shot clock. They might just wait it down, try and get a last minute or last second goal here. The net's empty. Southworth has to go under 10 seconds.
He's just gonna hold this and dump it in the corner. They're content with taking the shot clock violation.
Timeout called. 21. Landon student section has flooded the track.
As the Bears could taste victory here. 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What a game. If you're Will McGettigan, you've got to be so impressed by the effort with this team. And they've been able to overcome these self-inflicted turnovers, and they're looking like they're going to be back-to-back IAC champions. But all around, just an incredible game, starting from the goalie and Steven Rizzo, from the defenders. They've been playing incredibly, not getting the the D1 commits on the attack for Bullis, much opportunity to get clean shots off. And the midfield, oh my goodness, and the face-off men, Hayden Gouge and Talon Smith. It's just been a complete game for the Bears, really.
.7 to go in this game. The Bears on the verge of being back-to-back champions in both the regular season and postseason for the first time in 20 years.
Bullis fans are starting to clear out as all hope is lost.
They have 18.8 seconds, but you got to score 2 goals. It's looking dim for them. Maher all the way down, and that'll do it. I won't say it just yet, but it's looking like your Landon Bears about to be 2025 IAC champions.
And Caden Southworth will just run the clock out.
6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there it is. Your Landon Bears are back-to-back IAC champions for the first time in 20 years. Look at this. Student section hasn't come out yet, and now they are.
This is also the first time in over 20 years that a team has won the regular season and the playoffs in the IAC. The last team to do that was Landon back in 2001 and 2002. What a game from the Bears. Just a all-out effort. just completely willed out the win.
Amazing. I mean, what an ending for these seniors. I mean, before last year, they hadn't won an IAC championship in over 7 years. And then you have seniors last year like Panetti and Chase Robertson and Zach Abramson and those guys, they're getting there first. And now you have the guys like Sean Murray and Logan Cassidy and Steven Rizzo and all these guys getting their second back-to-back. Best way you can compete with this is, I guess, three-peating next year.
But what a game from the Bears, showing why they won in the first matchup against these two. A lower scoring affair this time, as both defenses playing hard. Not letting many shots off, but just an incredible game here at Triplet Field.
I'm going to go ahead and say that out of every single championship game that we have broadcasted on this network, we're undefeated. So, something fun to point out.
Well, you're just going to jinx it there. All right. What a game, though, from the Bears. Just incredible effort. But if you're the Bullis Bulldogs, just heartbreak for the seniors. I mean, could not get much going after that strong first half from the Bears. That second quarter, really, the difference in the game was the double face-off lineup, because they won all the face-offs in the second quarter, and they went up in a 4-goal advantage, and that ended up being too much for Bulls to overcome. And just great job by Will McGettigan, head coach McGettigan, and great job from Coach Powell, the face-off coach, to trust in his guys to play the system that they are supposed to play.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job with this program, and it shows. I mean, back-to-back IAC champions. You don't see that a lot. What a season for the Bears, finishing 18-1 with more wins than they did last year, except this time they're only 14th in the nation, like 6. I believe that Bears, they're definitely a lot better than 14, but unfortunately our strength schedule was a little bit weaker this year. But hey, they're going to ring the bell. Always a fun tradition. What a game. What a season. And what a career for these seniors who they're going to play college next year.
And Landon finishes undefeated in IAC play in both the regular season and the playoffs. Very, very impressive.
In fact, their only loss on the season was to Haverford, who is a top 10 team in the nation. And that was in overtime.
And we were up 8-2.
And they were up that game, but kind of fell off, but it's fine. Very similar season to last year. Lost in overtime to Haverford, except earlier on in the season we had lost to St. Paul's. But yeah, very successful season. Overall, very successful year. I mean, Maple champions, IAC champions in multiple sports, tennis IAC champions, soccer IAC champions, just to name a few. But yeah.
JV lacrosse.
We'll be back with the post-game show after this.
post-game report. Your Landon Bears, 2025 IAC champions. What a great game from everyone. And what we like to do is give our 3 stars, with which, if you don't know what that is, third star is third best player, second star, second best player, first star, the first best player. Forward, I'm going to send it over to you. Who are your 3 stars?
Well, third star of the game, I'd have to go with. I've got to go with Logan Cassidy. He didn't have much on the stat sheet, but stats don't mean everything. He had the toughest assignment of the day of guarding Jackson Maher, the 5-star, soon-to-be teammate, and he completely shut him down. I mean, Maher had, 1 goal? And
0.
0 goals and could not get any clean shots off as Logan Cassidy was all over him. And then second star, I'd have to go with Steven Rizzo. A beautiful game by the goalie. Saved more than half the shots he faced. Just incredible. And then my first star, I'd got to go with Sean Murray. Sean Murray, he was captaining the Landon offense. You could see he really he was taking leadership, and you can see why he has led the team in scoring this year. And just to put an exclamation point on the end of his senior season. Those are my 3.
Well, if I had to give my 3, I'm going to go ahead. I would do Steven Rizzo at 3. I mean, amazing game in his last ever probably lacrosse game. I mean, there's not much more that you can ask from a goalie. Totally shut out this entire season. My 2-star got to be Logan Cassidy. Absolutely a lockdown defender. I mean, he's faced some of the hardest or some of the best attackmen in the country. I mean, faced Noah Hahn, respectively, top, I believe he's 6th in the class of 2026. Faced Jackson Maher today. I think he's even higher, maybe 4th in the class of 2025. And no goals allowed by those 2 guys. It's unbelievable. And then my 1-star got to be Makan Neverovsky. He scored a hat trick. Really had the game icer with that as the clock was winding down. But yeah, those are my 3 stars. I believe everyone on the team just had a great game. And
yeah, really, every player, this really was a complete team win. It wasn't one individual. It started from the back end with Steven Rizzo and the defense, but every piece of this puzzle played the way they had to. They executed the game plan beautifully, and that's why they're IAC champs.
Well, I guess looking into next year, Forward, you'll be a sophomore at Syracuse. I'll be a junior here at Landon.
Time flies, man. Whoa, sophomore year, that's scary.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's all I got. You got anything else?
That's all I got. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure. That'll do it for this. Well, if baseball wins tomorrow, we'll most likely do the game on Monday. But if they don't, then this would be the last broadcast of the year. But I won't say it will. I'll just say that's all I got. And yeah, thank you for watching this 2025 IC Championship. Your Landon Bears are champions. I'm Sutton Smith.